Welcome to All Indefinitely. Interviews and insights to empower you to achieve personal and professional success through friendships, relationships, and marriage. Here are your hosts, Anwar and Cyana.
And we're back. So I already have my fair dose of Coquito.
Hang on, you had just one glass.
No.
It's just one.
Well, you gave me a huge glass.
We're drinking Coquito here.
Yeah.
And water. We've switched to water. The Coquito's done.
Well, but Anwar filled up a glass. Like anybody who drinks Coquito knows that it's a little small glass what you drink. But no, he gave me almost like a whiskey glass full of Coquito.
That was not. It's like a whiskey glass that's half full.
It was full of Coquito.
Okay.
At least I feel like it. I feel like I already had my fair 2 drinks of the week.
And for people that don't know what Coquito is, it's a
Puerto
Rican drink.
Yes.
Made with condensed milk and coconut milk
yes.
and cinnamon mostly.
Cinnamon, yeah.
And rum.
And rum. Yeah. Good amount of rum. And I don't know what else. I'm not Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I know.
And you have no idea.
I have no idea. It just tastes delicious.
But it's delicious.
Go out and get some for Christmas.
Yeah. Shout out to Puerto Ricans for the Coquito.
I know, right? Love it. We were talking about in the last episode about how to stay together, and we're wanting to dedicate some time to talk about how people should stay together. But we got the first one off the top because that was the cheating conversation,
Yes.
and there was so much that was hard lines when it comes to cheating.
Yes.
The other things that I want to talk about now is less hard lines. This is like softer lines, but a lot of it's based off of cheating. Some of it is based off of cheating, and I'll continue with the list. The first one after this is jealousy.
Okay.
Can someone be too jealous?
Yes. You mean like if it's okay?
Yeah. Well, first of all,
acceptable?
Is it acceptable to be jealous in a marriage?
I think it's whatever is acceptable for the couple, right? Like, I don't know.
I absolutely disagree.
You do?
If you find yourself remotely jealous, stop being that way. It's complete waste of time.
Oh God.
There is no need to be jealous over anything or anyone. But that's already bad.
But not only of Peter, I'm jealous of you, for example. Like, you're my best friend. I want to make sure that the people who are around you are your best friends.
No, that's
and
not,
look for your best interest.
No,
and whoever is not looking for your best interest, I don't want that person in your life.
Well, that's you're just a good friend. That's not the jealousy.
Okay.
Jealousy. How do you define jealousy? Okay, so it's like in this context, when in a marriage, what this context is about is kind of like Peter talking to females. Peter, speaking with his ex-girlfriend or ex-wife.
You know where I'm laughing? Because do you remember when I came to you, like to talk to you, and I said I was outraged because Peter was getting his hair cut from his girlfriend.
His girlfriend? I thought that was cool.
Ex-girlfriend.
I thought that was a cool idea. I was like, ex-girlfriends don't cut your hair. But that's so cool.
Exactly.
But have you ever been to a barbershop? A barbershop is different from a hair salon, I would think.
There's a lot of intimacy.
Well, it's just a great place to have a conversation.
Exactly.
Like when you want to go to another country and get a haircut.
See, here's where I found what jealous.
Uh-huh.
Jealousy is the sensation or the feeling of being jealous, and jealous is feeling or showing envy of someone or their achievements and advantages. The other one is feeling or showing suspicion of someone's unfaithfulness in a relationship, and fiercely protective or vigilant of one's rights or possessions. Oh my God, I like this one.
The first part of it I disagree with. The first one saying that
the
envy part. Jealousy is not envy. Envy is envy.
I agree.
Envy is like when you see someone that's successful and you see them as that, it kind of motivates you. Envy kind of motivates you, and it says like, I like what that person is doing, but it's not the same thing as jealousy.
No, but that's you because you're a good person and an entrepreneur, and you see everything positive.
I gotta be positive, yeah. But but
envy is the opposite. Actually, envy is when you see somebody who is successful, you wish that person wasn't successful anymore. Like for people like you, it motivates you to be better. For envious people, it's like, oh no, like this person doesn't deserve to be successful. I wish they weren't successful.
But that's fine too. I mean, if you wish to, that just means I get you know.
But that doesn't motivate you.
But that tells you who you shouldn't be around.
I will
That's
need
a
more
big.
coquito.
That's a big gift, though. But you know, so in this case, in jealousy, and this is a big problem for me because I don't like jealousy at all. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
What happened to me? I was dating this girl recently. Went on 2 dates with her. Right.
My God. So you didn't get lucky.
No, I did not get lucky.
You get lucky on the 3rd date. How is it?
I you know, there's people that say you should on the first date.
Oh.
And like that, it used to be like the 3-date minimum.
That's what.
Like
That's,
if it's like,
isn't
like
that
if
a
it doesn't-
cultural thing, like a third base or whatever? I don't know. I'm just asking because I don't know.
I have no
asking
idea.
for a friend.
I have no idea because I'm never
my
ever
God.
the lucky guy. Like I overthink and overthink and overthink, and I don't act. And I mean, I'll tell you another story right now. We went to watch the World Cup. Some friends of mine went to watch the World Cup, and this gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous woman, 25 years old, very young for me. I'm 42, but she comes and sits at our table. Right, we're at Moxie's over in Brickell. And so she comes and sits at my table. Now there's 2 guys there. There's me and another guy next to me. I won't say his name, but he's a friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
And so we're just talking and we're having a good time and ordering drinks, and we just wanted to make our table beautiful. So we invited 2 women to come and sit over at the table. And there's another guy. It was 3 guys and 2 girls. And the guy that was to my left, like after about 5 minutes talking, he just handed her his cell phone. He's like, "Put your number in my cell phone." And I was thinking, my God, I missed it. I missed the opportunity. I was like, but I'm not going to lose just like that. And I said, you know what? So we were talking some more. I'm like, you know, here. I gave her my cell phone, did the same move. She put her cell phone. But that's the problem with me is that I don't actually take those clues and I don't push hard, and I should. But part of that is fear of rejection, which you know, I have like a fear of rejection.
But still, you shouldn't push it. Like we have a show here. We have people who listen on. So no,
well, you should
try.
You should definitely take chances. Is what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, I mean, you know, and I'll tell you how that went. But going back to the person I was dating, the person I was dating. So she was very newly out of a relationship, and this came from actually someone that listened to our podcast.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so she listened to a few podcasts.
So you're dating the audience?
I mean,
my God!
Don't say it like that. I mean, it's a person that had listened to the product and said, "Listen, I'm reaching out because I just love what the information you're giving because I'm going through a breakup right now, and this is so great, and I really appreciate it." And I think I sent you her video. Like she sent a video.
Yeah, I remember that. I just didn't know it was her.
Yeah, that was her. So
that was really nice.
Yeah,
such a good video.
Yeah, and she was very appreciative of that. And I said, Cyana, look, we're doing good work because at least some people are benefiting. And that's what I said. If one person benefits, I think this is all worth it. But we have several. So anyway, she went out and she's like, hey, let's go out and we'll meet up. So we met up once or twice. And then all of a sudden she was like deeply affectionate towards me. And I was telling her, you shouldn't be in a relationship right now.
Yeah.
You should be single. I don't mind hanging out with you. I don't mind being your friend, but you should just be single right now. Now, she was like, no, because I know that you're the good one for me. Like you're the right one for me. Okay. This is what she said. So pretty much she just erased everything that I just was saying in the book. And I gave her a signed copy of my book and everything. And she just erased everything. And then she was like, she was calling me one time and she's like, hey, can you come? And then she started getting jealous over everything. Like she just started being very jealous. What she did too is like, I was installing a washer dryer in my apartment, and so I took a picture. I said, I'm really busy right now. Here, I took a picture and I sent it to her, and it was around 8:30. And then my friend called me, who was also going through. He's a doctor and he's going through a breakup. So he's like, hey, I need to talk to you. Yeah. I have a lot on my mind. Can you come and talk to me? I said, sure. So we went to dinner, not too far from here. And then I called her back and, I responded to her text message later after I come back from dinner. And I said, hey, I'm just getting done with everything. How's everything going with you? So she says, you're lying. She says, oh my God. She says that the picture that I sent her, she could check the time that picture was taken. I didn't even know that you could do that, by the way. So she could check the time that your picture was taken. She said that picture was taken at 8:30. You're saying that you're done with your this now and it's 11:30. where were you the whole time? And you're lying.
God.
And right away, that was first of all, I already knew that was the last conversation.
That's a huge red flag.
I was going to be the last conversation I had with her. And I had one conversation with her that night via FaceTime.
Yeah.
And then the next day I was like, this is not going to work out. And I don't want to pursue a relationship with you or anything like that. But I said that to say is like, she is overly jealous in her relationship. She knows how to check the date times. She knows checking your phone. She's checking in all the time.
That's
and
toxic.
she's saying, but that is showing love. And that's what I mean when I talk about jealousy. Is somebody is saying that I want to know that you're not cheating on me. I want to know that you're not doing anything. And obviously we never got that far. And we'll never get that far. But I mean, for I see this in relationships all the time where people are checking in constantly.
Yeah.
There's screening calls. Oh, and by the way, she had told me this too. This was the other thing she told me. She was like, I've been checking your friends on Instagram, and I noticed that you've added this amount of females.
What?
I didn't even know that you can do that.
No, I didn't.
I don't even monitor people's
you can,
friends.
If you know who.
Well, you have to do a random sample from before and after to see if there's any friends.
My
It's just
God.
it's just such a jealous type person. Now, my way of dealing with this is never to get into a relationship with someone that's jealous.
No,
that's my way of dealing with it. And I'm very open about where I am and what I'm doing. My ex that I am no longer with right now, when you can share the location indefinitely on your phone or iPhone, and we've been over with for 2 years. She still has my location. I don't like turn it off or anything. I just had no reason to turn it off. But it's not. I'm not lying about where I am.
Yeah.
And if I am, you see where I'm at. You see where I am on the saddle. I'm not changing that. So I don't have anything to hide, but I don't want to be scrutinized either.
No, exactly.
I don't think that's healthy.
It's two different things, because I've also shared my location, even with my boyfriend or my dad, but I've even shared it with you when we were running. And
we go on these long runs.
In case I get lost or whatever, here's where I am.
We're going on a 5 mile, 6 mile jog and through the city. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's not unhealthy. What's unhealthy is, like you were saying, like, where were you and what were you doing at this place? Like, it's actually like scrutinizing
the questioning.
it. Yes. Like, because one thing is, and I do it for safety reasons, and then, if anything happens, then you know where I am or whatever the case might be. But that's one thing. Another thing is, oh no, you got to share your location with me because I want to know where you are, because I want to be able to, I don't know, locate where you are at a certain time. And
the other thing is, like, what do you have to hide?
Exactly.
What if you don't want to share?
It's like
what
the
do you have to
typical
hide?
question.
Yeah, I have nothing to hide, but I don't need to share my relationship with you.
Yeah, no.
But nothing. I want everyone that's listening to this to know this one thing, that I have not found a benefit to jealousy.
No.
If you are preoccupied, if your spouse is cheating on you, or if they're saying they are where they are, or whatever the case may be, you are in your relationship for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
The number one reason why you're in your relationship in the first place is asking yourself, how is this person benefiting my life? How is this person, being part of my growth, being part of my flourishing? That's where you need to ask your questions, not where they are and what they're doing.
Exactly.
And you don't need the reason. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one, but jealousies, there's just no place in all. If you are remotely jealous, you're missing the point.
I think so, yes. And like what I was thinking as we were talking is, like, rather than criticize or, just say our opinion, I think it would be more helpful if we recommended, what to do against that. Because I know there's people that, like, I am Cuban, like in our Hispanic culture, being jealous, it's also, like you were saying, a proof of love. I love you, and that's why I'm jealous. Or people would say, oh, you're not jealous, it means that you don't love me.
You don't truly love them.
I know you've been in that situation.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to say, and this is something I've learned with time, is the fact that if you feel that way, there's a lot of self-reflection that you should do, because it's not healthy. And it's not healthy, not for the relationship, but for you. Mm-hmm. The time that you're wasting thinking or analyzing or going through somebody else's Instagram followers, or, like, you could be using it to something more productive for yourself, and you could grow during that time and do something good for
Exactly.
yourself.
Like, why don't you use your time on this planet a lot better than following someone else around and see what they're doing?
Exactly. So if you feel that necessity, just do some self-reflection and look inside and look into your life and see what else and something more productive that you could be doing at the time. And this is something, because I've always consider myself a protective person of my friends, of my family, of my boyfriend. And something that I've realized now that I don't have that much time is how happier I am. You know, now that I don't tend to worry about other people more than myself. Like I put myself and my time and my goals first. And it's so much better. Like I'm so much happier, you know, and that's the thing. Like if you're worrying about what somebody else is doing, who is this person talking to, or why is this person, you know, spending this time with his, like in this case, like in my case, with his ex-girlfriend, it means that you're not growing, like you're not doing something beneficial for your life.
You're not looking forward to because once you get excited about your own future, it's almost like I don't even care what that person's doing. I don't even
care.
Like, if I catch him doing something, he's done. But if not, like, you know,
exactly.
Hey, you know, do the best that you can with your own life. And that's the thing. Once you go down the rabbit hole of jealousy, you stay in that hole. This is a horrible place.
Yes.
It's just you just always are turning into an investigator. You're always checking up, and it's just your life is so sour. But if you're spending your time saying, all right, this person is going off to get his hair cut, I'm going to go for a jog. I'm going to go for or I'm going to, you know, do some reading on you know, the pending, you know, recession that we're coming up and how to better prepare for it, or whatever the case may be, or new career
watch a
opportunities.
show on Netflix.
Oh yeah, just loving yourself.
Yes,
it won't be something that you preoccupy yourself with turning into an investigator,
exactly,
looking into somebody else's life. I couldn't agree with that more, because once you start on that path. Of constantly making yourself better and looking out for yourself, not so concerned about other people. They could probably still cheat on you. They can probably go flirt with someone else. But you know what? If you ever get caught doing that, you know, then that's over anyway.
Exactly.
So why not spend the rest of your time in the interim, focused on yourself? Yeah. At least you know you did it right.
Exactly.
And I know some people are going to say, well, what happens if somebody goes out there and they're having a sexual relationship with someone else and they come and they get you sick because there's some sort of STD on there? Here's the thing. Here's the truth about that. Evil can never be absence from your life. There's always a possibility that there's somebody that can rob you, that there's somebody that can hurt you, that was somebody that can cheat on you. But you can't dwell on that. You have to dwell upon what you want to achieve. And if you're so concerned with somebody doing something or lying or doing something like that, you're missing the point. You have to concentrate on what makes you a better person, what makes you a more successful person, where to better put your attention.
Yeah.
So once I see somebody with jealousy, I do my effort. And this is what it's about, staying together, right? Starting off a relationship, or maybe you're in a relationship right away. You want to tell yourself, let's not, first of all, there's no benefit to being jealous. If there's anything wrong, if you're off in the relationship or somebody's flirting with somebody else or whatever the case may be, you're going to find out eventually. Yeah. And bad news travels quickly, and you can deal with it at that point. But from now until then, focus on making yourself better, making yourself grow, enjoying your life, enjoying your loved ones, and just focus on that. So get rid of jealousy altogether.
Yeah.
Now that's it. It's harder to do once you're in it because you've developed bad habits. But if this relationship that you're in is over because you're in a perpetual war of jealousy, then end it. It's not going to continue. You've already killed the flourishing and the growth in the relationship. But on the new relationship that you start, cut that out from the beginning.
Yeah.
The next relationship, don't make it a factor by saying, I'm not going to be jealous no matter what happens. I'm not a jealous person. I've never been jealous. If I go somewhere and if my wife goes to the store and some guy flirts with her, that's going to happen anyway. Yeah. And if she flirts back and and they start a relationship and I find out, then it's over anyway.
Exactly.
But all that time, I'm not going to be spending my life focused on that. I'm going to be focused on the things why I got in the relationship in the first place, which is I enjoy great times together and I enjoy, learning from this person and traveling with this person and living life with this person, then that's what my focus is going to be.
Exactly. That's what matters. I think it goes with the time. Like I said, when I was younger, I would put more attention to that. But ever since I've learned what life is without jealousy, it's such a good place to be.
So much better.
Right?
It's so much freeing. It's like,
Yes.
I don't even think about it anymore. I wanted to so let's just talk, because we got a couple of things I want to talk about.
Okay, what's next?
I have this one is similar to it, and people have a problem in relationships when you're in love, you're in this love stage, and you always want to be around this person. You're kind of like, think of it like always like wanting to cuddle and be around. Know this person is being loving, and then the problem starts. And here's the problem: too clingy.
Yeah.
Clinginess.
Yes.
Like, this is a problem in people's relationship, and it's similar to what we were talking about in jealousy, but this is different. This is not someone that's investigating you, but this is someone that's not allowing you to have space to do the things for you.
Yeah. It's as bad as jealousy. I think.
Is it just as bad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Too clingy?
Yes.
How clingy is too clingy? Because
Well, that's a problem. That's hard.
I don't mind clinginess in a relationship, meaning that, like this, like if I'm in a marriage and I'm talking to my wife every day, or if I go, to work and she goes to work and we're texting each other through the day, I don't have a problem so much with that. But when does it become a problem?
That's the thing. Like, when too much is too much. Like, because obviously when at the beginning of the relationship, you're going to text more, you're going to, try to spend more time together and this and that. And then as time goes by, that necessity tends to be less and less, because you focus more on the other parts of your life, I guess. And so,
Or you just get over it.
yes,
You just like
you
the
just
new
get over
smell.
this
The new
stage.
smell wears
Yes,
off, and you get back
exactly.
into like your routine or whatever.
Yes. So it depends. I guess that there are people who, stay in that phase where I do still want to, talk to you every half an hour, know what you're doing, know where you're at, but not because of jealousy, but more like I just want to know, like I want to be a part of your life constantly. And so I don't know, like, when is it too much? I have no idea.
I mean, I think about...
What would it be too much for you?
Let me think.
Because I think we've had this conversation before, and it's like, I normally like send texts to Peter, for example, like when I'm coming home, or when I got home, or when I get off school, things like that, so that he has an idea of how's my day going. And he tends to do the same. Like, he usually or generally calls me when he gets off work. So, but I don't expect, like, it's not a problem when he doesn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, I do try to get quality time together. Like, if we're watching a movie, let's not be on our phones. If we're having dinner, let's not have the TV on. Things like that. And I don't know if that's being clingy. But and I do think I can be clingy at times, but I guess that it depends, because then when I'm during finals, it's like we don't live together.
But if you're going out with your friends, and do you ever go out with your friends and not invite Peter with you? Because I'm not that I listen. Here's what I mean by that. I in my relationships in the past, it's not that I would not invite someone that I'm with, but different, like I go out, we watch the fights, we watch the UFC and boxing and stuff like that. This is something I do every Saturday night.
Yeah.
So chances are, if it's a Saturday night, I'm watching MMA or boxing with my friends, and they're all guys.
Yeah.
If I'm with someone that kind of throws that off, I would never not invite. She can come, but it's probably not something.
Well, there are situations where, like, sometimes we go for walks, for long walks.
Correct.
And we just want what we call chisme. Like we like gossiping.
This is the gossip time. It's a great time.
And catching up, like we're friends and we want to know what's going on. And I know that you might not feel the same way if Peter were there, or I might not feel the same way if he was
exactly.
there.
And that's exactly the same
So it's
thing.
not like if he asked me, hey, can I go? I'm not going to say, oh, no, you can't. He will probably come that time, but I will look for the next time where he's not going to be there.
You don't have to be there all the time. Like it's like kind
Exactly.
of like clinging, like back away a little. Like let me have like some space here.
Yeah.
And I've seen it, happen before. Like in other relationships where the couples they appear inseparable, but
Yes.
usually one is like, I want some space.
Yes.
I can't get away. Like
Yeah.
this person's always around me at all times. And
Yeah.
it's just like, and there can be a problem in a relationship.
I think what's important is like everything in life is the balance. Is to find, like when you're together, enjoy your time together, but don't make it like every day or like every hour. Like everybody needs their own time.
And here's the truth. And I've been thinking about this a lot. Normally, this is the part of the conversation I would say, listen, all relationships are indefinite. They're all not going to last forever. And so you should be thinking about things differently. I have been set back on that a little bit. I do think that there are occasions where people can actually enjoy a marriage and a life together forever. And it be always a joyful and positive relationship. But the clinginess and jealousy and the things that we're talking about so far, we've talked about cheating, clinginess and jealousy. Nothing will end a great marriage faster than not allowing someone to feel success on their own or feel that they have control over their life.
Absolutely.
I think that is part of our human spirit, is to be free, or not to necessarily be free, but I'm with a person for my choice.
Yes.
It's my choice that I want to be in this relationship, not that this person is around me all the time checking in and I can't get away. So what these things do is they poison your relationship. They poisoned my relationships in the past, where it's just allowing for like someone to alter the way you can grow yourself or to experience life on your own. I can't remember the last time. I was going to give you an example. I'll talk about it later. But even when you're married or in your relationship, you're an individual.
Yeah.
And you have your own goals and your own dreams.
Yeah.
And clinginess will make you alter it all the time. And to the point where it's like, I remember in my one of my past relationships, I lost complete control of myself. Like I had no idea what I like, what shows I like to watch. I don't know what I like to do. I had no clue because everything was a joint decision of this whole thing. And someone asked me like, what do I like? I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And I think that if you lose that, you lose a big part of your independence.
Yeah.
And we're going to come back to that on the other topic that we said that you don't want to talk about for a couple of shows from now. But there are some things. So what can you do about clinginess? And keeping a record of a list of things that you want to accomplish for you, independent
Yes.
of your spouse.
I think early boundaries, like from the beginning, you start,
Right.
I enjoy this. I have my time with my friends, or I have my time for myself, or I like running. And when I'm running, I don't even want you to call me to know if I fail. Like if I fall, I'll let you know, you know, like, but I want to be on my own, unbothered, and I think if you start that, and it's never too late. You can always, start saying like, trying to ask for your own time if you feel that you've lost it and you want to continue in that relationship. But I think ideally you want to start early.
And for those that are in a relationship that everything is a joint decision. And like I said, if what you're doing is working for you, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like if it's working for you, just keep doing it. And this doesn't apply. But if you're to the point where the clinginess is not allowing you to feel like you're making your own decisions or you can breathe or you can have room, I suggest that you make independent lists of things that each person goals they want to work on and things they want to accomplish. So for example, if for November of 2023, I want to compete in the international triathlon here in Miami. So that's going to be an independent goal of mine. and it's something that I want to work for. Now, if I train with my international friends, for I meet new friends and I train with them, it's still different.
Yeah.
Like that time, that and each spouse should have something that they're working on for them.
Exactly.
And this helps you have a better relationship with your spouse.
Absolutely.
So making like if you have not and you're wondering what to do, make your list of things that you want to accomplish in 2023 or 2024 or whenever you listen to this, and work on that. And don't let it be something in the next 3 months, something in the next 6 months, something in the next 9 months, and something in the next year.
Yeah.
You want to have like all three. So you're working on things on your own. And this will stop you from being so concerned about being together that you ruin your own independent journey.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that you're ever you're gonna just leave this person, because you're gonna learn to be yourself, and then that is going to alter your relationship. What I'm saying is that what's healthy in a relationship in your personal life is that you have your own identity, and that person you're with is in love with you because of your identity, not because they're dependent upon you to live with them in this clingy type relationship where you're walking, constantly together. But basically you're going after life in your own regard, and someone respects you for that. And then they want to be around you more. It'll make for a healthy relationship.
And you also have new things to talk about. You might find a
things to learn.
hobby that, like in my case, running, for example, it's something that I really enjoyed. And it was something that it was for myself and I would do with my friends, but not necessarily with Peter. And he's been slowly but surely getting into the whole running thing, but on his own. Like,
very good.
And that's great. And then I can tell him, oh, this used to work for me, or this doesn't work, or buy this type of shoes, or don't do this, Or he can tell me, oh, you know what, this worked really well for me this time. And so you can find new things that you guys might have in common and you didn't know, but on your own. And that's so important. It's so good.
Yeah. And I mean, and it's so important that in a relationship you maintain a sense of self.
Yes.
It's absolutely essential. Yeah, I can't control the future. No one can. And what will happen, we can't say. But, there's something to be said about someone that goes to sleep every night saying, I did the best I can for me and the people around me, but I believe in myself. And the people that put other people first, we call those people pleasers.
Yeah.
And the people pleasers that just live their life for other people or their spouse or just one other person, they're just living their life for that other person. They are the most empty people you can ever imagine. They're almost soulless.
Yeah.
And it's so sad to see. So earn your identity back. Take it back by making your list, working hard towards it, being that individual that attracts your spouse again to say, wow, you know what? I remember why I fell in love with you in the first place. Is because I see how much you want things to be better in your life, and that inspires me to be better in my life. And it will revive your relationship.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we got to take a break here and end this episode. But thank you for listening. Another Coquito. And we're going to be back for another episode. So please listening. Thank you for listening. And, shout out to our sponsor, careerhighschool.com, if you need help getting your high school diploma or career training certificate. And until then, keep listening and having these conversations that we're having. Spread the word. And we really appreciate you. See you soon.
Thank you.
You've been listening to All Indefinitely. Help us spread the word by subscribing and sharing the show.